Hey, how are you today? Welcome to the next segment of the Next Evolution Athletics online coaching Q&A. I have two questions today. Both are nutrition questions, and one has a little bit of training in there as well. But they're both pretty good questions, and I think you'll enjoy them. So the first question, is it really possible to not, okay, keyword, lose weight running a calorie deficit for months? Short answer, no. Long term, yes. By definition, if you are not losing weight, you are not in a calorie deficit. It's a physiological fact. You cannot argue and change the laws of thermodynamics. That being said, usually this is a common thing that happens with people. So you start tracking your calories and you start to lose weight initially and things are going well and all of a sudden kind of stops. So what happens usually is that you've gotten to a new maintenance level. So you may have started out with 2,000 calories a day and you've gone down to 1,800 and you lost like 4 or 5 pounds over a month and a half. And that's perfect. But after about 5, 6 weeks, it kind of stops. It's because your body has kind of down regulated its metabolism a little bit to the point where that's your new maintenance. So what you have to do is you actually have to go to a little bit more of a deficit. So from 1,800, maybe go to like 1,600. And then you continue the process and go down and down. Now, there are many factors that come into play with this. You get to a point where you just can't keep taking calories away. You have to do other things like, increase your activity level or your non-exercise activity, just fidgeting and stuff like that, moving around a lot. Those are factors that have a massive role, up to 200 to 800 calories a day, just in fidgeting around. It's surprising how much calories it actually takes just to move around. So that's the short answer. The long answer, there are other factors that come into play. You could be living a fairly stressful lifestyle. You're not recovering very much. You could have a high cortisol level, which usually causes a lot of water retention. And when that happens, that generally kind of masks weight loss. So you have to understand that you may be in a deficit, but if you're sleeping 4 hours a night and have a super high stress life and not recovering and eating poor foods, you might get water retention from that, and that might prevent weight loss on the scale and just focus on and just force you to hold more water. There's other things like gut issues, hormonal issues that have a lot of the same things where they prevent you from losing weight. But, it's more often that your caloric deficit is no longer a deficit because your metabolism is adjusted to go down. It's just periodization of nutrition. If you start at like 1,200 calories a day and you're eating 3,200 calories a day, you're going to lose some weight fast, but then it's going to drop real quick and then it's just going to stall out and then it's not going to be really functional. You're going to have low energy and feel like crap. That's generally what happens. Another thing people don't realize is that weight loss and fat loss are not the same term. When you're talking about actual weight loss, we're talking about weight. We're talking about physical weight on a scale. When I'm talking about fat loss, I'm talking about body composition. And fat loss does not equate to weight loss. You could have someone that gains 10 pounds and looks leaner, therefore they look like they weigh less, but they're 10 pounds heavier. And that's quite common, especially in women athletes. I've had numerous women athletes that have gained 10, 15 pounds and looked 20, 30 pounds lighter because they've gained more muscle, they have an improved body composition. So there are many factors that come into play. So the short answer is, by definition, you are not in a calorie deficit if you're not losing weight. The long answer is there's other factors that come into play and you have to take into consideration. There you go. First one. The second one was more of a comment about nutrition, and it came from another one of my clients. And this person said that they wanted to lose some weight because they're in a weight class sport. Okay. But they wanted to have a balanced lifestyle. And I was like, okay. But they're on the very edge of their weight limit before they go into the next class. So, what you have to understand is that as an athlete, you don't lead a balanced lifestyle. Okay, I'm going to say that again so it makes sense. As an athlete that's aspiring to get toward your goals and get improvement on your goals. You don't lead a balanced lifestyle. It's not balanced. You have to train, you have to recover, you have to do other things that augment your training and allow you to hit goals. And that takes time. And most people want balance. They want to have a social life. They want to train really hard. They want to lose and get to 6% body fat, but they want to go out and party with their friends. It doesn't work that way. The bigger the goal, generally the less balanced your lifestyle is. So what happens is, say you want to get to 10% body fat and you're 25% body fat, your balanced is gone. You are not going to have a balanced lifestyle. It's just that simple. You're going to train consistently 6 to 7 days a week. You're going to have to sleep 8 hours a night. You're going to have to eat nutritious, healthy foods all the time, period. That doesn't leave for balance, what most people call balanced lifestyle, where they get to have a bottle of wine on the weekend and have snacks and cupcakes and shit like that. It just doesn't happen that way. Now, if your goal is to lose 5 pounds, it's a big difference. All you have to do is probably eat a little bit healthier and move a little bit more. Not a big deal. Unless you're already like a 115-pound person and you have to get down to 110 pounds, different story. But in a weight class sport, as an athlete, you don't have a balanced lifestyle. Your priority is athletics and your goals. So, it depends on how serious you are about these goals. If you're like just a recreational athlete, no big deal. You want to compete at a high level? Sorry, you don't have a balanced lifestyle. Ask any great athlete, any Olympian that's gone anywhere, Tiger Woods, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Wayne Gretzky, Usain Bolt. Do you think these guys had a balanced lifestyle? Hell no, they're obsessive about getting better. Michael Phelps. These guys were obsessive. They did things to themselves that no one would even think about doing because it made them a better athlete. And that's just how that is. You don't have that opportunity to have a balanced lifestyle when you're training to goals. Like fat loss and athletic development is a short-term suffering for a long-term gain. That's all this is. If you need to get into your weight class, then you got to shut the fuck up and you got to improve your nutrition and improve what you got to do, like your volume and your conditioning to get to that weight class, depending on what your sport is. Sorry, that's just the way it is. You don't get that balanced if you have to get 10 kilos off your body weight and maintain your lifts. Your balance is gone. It ain't gonna happen. So I'm not trying to be cold, but you have to understand, for an athlete or someone trying to accomplish physical change and goals, you have to get a bit unbalanced. And then when you get to that, where you get to that level of where you want to be, then you get some more balance back in your life. If you lose 5 kilos and you're in your weight class and you're lifting heavy and things are going well, maybe you can add a little more time off on the weekend, have some time with your friends, or maybe have a couple glasses of wine. It's not a big deal. I'm not saying you can't have any of these things. I'm saying you have to understand, what is your main priority. If your main priority is your athletic development and your improvement of your athletic goals or body compositional goals, then your balance gets pushed to the side for some short-term suffering for some long-term gain. And then when you get to, say, a body comp, you can actually eat more when you're leaner. You can get away with a little more crap. But when you're overweight and like 20, 30% body fat, you don't have that opportunity because your body's not ready for it. Okay, it has to get unbalanced to get to a new level so you can create a new balance. You can't go back to what you were doing before necessarily, but you can accumulate a few more things in your lifestyle that you did enjoy a little bit more and give up a little bit. And then you do that for a while and then you drop down again. And it's the same thing, you just repeat process. Hope that helps. Simple questions, not so simple answers. Other than that, guys, stay tuned. I got way more coming your way.